Great to have you all along for another WCOOP 2010 highlight show. This is the action from event 22. It'll be your 5:30 no limit hold'em $3 million guaranteed two-day event. I'm Nick Wealth of PokerStars.tv, bringing you the best of the action and details of this 5,799 runner field. A slight overlay on the prize of about $100,000. That big first place up for grabs, $469,000. A two-day event that would see 765 players make it to day two, and these 9 make it to the leaderboard. A wonderfully cosmopolitan leaderboard, 2 Australians, 1 South American, 4 North Americans and 2 Europeans on it. Some early action, some early Aussie on Aussie action. Good on a morning aerobic show. Not so good for Michele, who had his aces cracked, and the early going be the story of big pairs being cracked as People's Champ saw his queens cracked, which would knock him off the top of the leaderboard. Always Felted then your $4.5 million chip leader as we pick up the action. Hand number 15. All 9 players still present. We're playing 140,000 blinds. So as you can see, after that bad beat, Michele down to, let's have a look, to 80, we're going to say 12, 13 big blinds. Plenty of chips in play as ever at one of these WCOOP final tables. And this hand will see Sky Larsash open things up with 9s. Ken Dog and Kevin Knock fold. Totya will also fold. Everyone will get out of the way. Round to Michele with that short stack. And this has all the makings of a classic race situation. Bought a DVD the other day, actually, 100 classic race situations. It's not a big seller, but passes an afternoon. Michele is all in, and Skylar Ash calls. 9's a slight favourite, and Michele needs to improve or will be 9th at this final table. No help on the flop. 9 still holding firm. Doesn't look like it's going to make the top 100, this one. Ace or a king on the river needed for Michele. No drama. Sky Larsash will take the $4 million chip pot. Michele sent to the rail, and the Australian player leaves us with $24,000. So we'll play 8-handed poker. Still 70,140 for your blinds. Totya will fold. Totya, who knows what it takes to get through big fields, finished 3rd in a 30,000 runner plus tournament on PokerStars recently. Always Felted on the button. I can tell you that Always Felted had been opening almost every time it was past him in the early going this final table, wielding the big stack, and he will open here. 299999, exactly the right number. A little bit more than 2x is what matters. And Ken Dog will call with the 5-3, which is, I'm going to go for weird from the number of words I could have chosen. Ken Dog also knows what it takes to get through a big field. He does have a Sunday Million final table to his name, and he's flopped a pair here. He'll check. That's not the best board in the world to continuation bet, maybe. It's very large number of hands that connect with that flop. But Always Felted will go ahead and bet with no real other way of winning it. And a call from Ken Dog. Well, Jack gives Always Felted the straight draw. And if Ken Dog checks again, he'll have a decision whether to keep firing or take a free card. Plenty of money behind, as you can see. Ken Dog with 6 million, the effective stack behind. Always Felted, who has been the most aggressive player at this final table, will keep the aggression going. And what's Ken Dog's plan here? Yeah, I just don't like the way he played that hand. Ends up folding the best hand, but of course no way of knowing it was the best hand, but that's the problem with 5 high. So very difficult to know when you're winning. Always Felted, over 15 million. I know, he had a pair of 3s, but you know what I mean. It's a tough game to play out of position, this No Limit Hold'em. Looks like we're going to have the same two dancing a dance here. Always felt it with sevens on the button. This time, Ken Dog has the goods. 2 black aces in the big blind for him. Having to think about how to play them. Well, that's one way to do it. In goes the money. I think Always Felt It would be tempted to call here. It gets out of the way. Well, it's either a little bit of genius from Always Felt It, or maybe it's a mistake. Maybe he's supposed to make that call. Don't know what you think of that one. But Always Felt It does get away from Ken Dog's aces. Preserves his chip lead. And Queen 3 good enough for a raise. Well, clearly Always Felt It was going to play this his way, isn't he? Just going to open a ton of pots and wait till someone gives him a reason not to. He gets a nice idea. Queen 3 offsuit in early position might be taking it a bit far. We'll see. Ken Dog flat calls. With 9-8 suited. I'm not sure he's deep enough to do that, especially with players behind. Oh, Totoro will make the squeeze play. Enterprising stuff here with the Doyle Brunson. It does look very strong against an early position raiser. I know everyone's aware of what they call the squeeze play, but it still looks strong in this spot, especially because Oh Totoro is pretty short stacked. So it looks like he's committed here. It looks like he wouldn't be doing this without a strong hand. It's a bold play. Will it work? Well, it's halfway there. And it's all the way there. So nice timing from Oh Totoro from Finland. And he'll bring his stack up to just under 5 million. Still 8-handed as we watch hand 40 with blinds of 80, 160. And the players will be very well aware that Always Felt It is in the big blind and has a playing frequency of 108%, in fact. He's actually managed to play more hands than he's been dealt. Quite hard to do, but he has achieved it. Toccia will open the raggy ace here. 7 cards poker. We haven't heard anything from yet. Finds himself the short stack, but we'll get rid of that bad ace. Always Felt It will call. I've put that in a sealed envelope. No, he 3-bets. Makes a fool of the commentary team. Not a difficult thing to achieve. 3-bet from Always Felt It. Now, I think Toccia just has to throw this away unless he wants to 4-bet. A flat call here would not be great. And he does 4-bet. Well, nice adjustment from Toccia. He knows Always Felt It is all over the place. All over the felt, in fact. And unless Always Felt It can take this to the next level, Toccia's going to pick up a nice pot here. Of course, this is the difficulty with playing so many hands. It becomes very hard to know when somebody's playing back at you because they know that you're playing a lot of hands and when they actually have something. Toccia didn't really have anything there, but he did have a strong right arm, as they used to say. Toccia will be over 8 million as we rejoin things in hand 41. Kevin Knock with the ace-king. And what is that? 22, 23 big blinds. So you'd have thought more than happy, delighted, in fact, if he can get his money in the middle here. Well, 7 cards poker may oblige him. Pocket jacks for the Colombian. And he will shove. And this is going to be one of those classic races. Kevin Knock does call. And we'll have a big pot for both these players in their poker careers. Ace King versus Jacks. Whoever wins this race will be in with a chance of a big prize. And it looks like it's going to be Kevin Knott, but 7 Cards Poker does have the straight draw. Kevin Knott caught the pair of kings. 7 Cards Poker needs to catch the river or he's done. 7 of clubs is no good for him. Just over 6 million chips over to Kevin Nook. And 7 Cards Poker over to